Hi guys, how are you? I'm going to be looking at the screen a lot because not directly at you, I apologize, but I made a video and it came out jacked up with the focus not doing what it was supposed to do. So, if I'm not looking at you, that's the reason why. First of all, before I get started, those of you who are subscribers, you mean the world to me. You know you mean the world to me, so thank you very much for subscribing. For those of you who are not subscribed, why not? It's free. Make it happen. Join the family. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, I want to talk to you today about the cold-bloodedness of narcissists, especially covert narcissists, because they are so phony and they're so fake, and their personalities can be way over the top. For example, someone that I know who never remembers anything I ever did for him, by the way, regardless of me helping him when he had physical therapy from surgery and I had the flu and I still helped him. I didn't do anything for him. I'm just self-centered individual. Right. Anyway. This person, when they're in public, they have the political personality. Hey, how are you? Oh my God, what a nice dog you have. What kind of dog is that? Oh, that's great. My dog is a such and such. That blue shirt on you brings out the blue in your eyes. I'll tell you what, you look really good. Yeah, well, it's nice to meet you. Have a great day. And all that's phony bullshit. Phony bullshit. Because the real person, anybody who you meet that's over the top, be afraid, be very afraid. Because although it could be genuine, a lot of times it's a narcissist hiding who they really are. So they're showing you the, life is a Broadway show. And it's all lies. It's all fake. Because behind closed doors, who this person really is, they're very moody. They're very unpredictable. They're very manipulative. This person's a pathological liar and has selective amnesia. But will you see that when you meet them? Of course not. You will meet the, good afternoon. What a great day it is today. Don't you agree? I will never trust anybody who is over the top like that. Never. Never. Even the happiest person in the world doesn't do that. Okay? I just don't trust that. Because every person that I've ever met who did that was so full of crap. Especially if I made the mistake of getting to know them, more about them, you know. Wow. They all have selective amnesia. You never did anything for them, regardless of the fact that you did do things for them. You put yourself out on the line for them. You risked your health for them. In some instances, you might have even risked your life. So what? So what? If you're with a partner who, I think I have allergies. Today it was 63 degrees in Missouri. Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter what you've done because you didn't do anything for them. Regardless, it gets erased in their twisted mindset. That gets erased. You never did anything for me. And what have you done for me a few minutes ago? You didn't do it. You're not doing things for me 24/7, so therefore you didn't do anything for me, ever. If you borrow a car, your partner borrows the car, and they like to be gone all hours, and you're like, I have to work tonight, I need you back, by a certain time, because if you're not back, I have to take the bus to work, and I'm going to be standing on the street corner all hours, and I can't put myself at risk. So what? So what? If you get attacked or murdered or anything else, so what? What does that have to do with them? Why you keep bringing that up? That doesn't have anything to do with them. In a narcissist world, that's exactly... my eyes are watering. Sorry, guys. In a narcissist world, you didn't do anything for them. And whatever risks you take for them, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to put your life at risk for them because they are that awesome. They think that they are above God because they put themselves there. Anything that they do for you, is used as a weapon. Well, I did this for you. I did that for you. Okay. Do you want to talk about all the things I did for you, or do you want to still continue to have selective amnesia? All of a sudden, you don't remember everything I did for you. Let me give you a tally of all the things I've done for you. If anybody owes anything to anybody, it would be you owe me. Did you forget that I helped you with your therapy? Your physical therapy when I had the flu? Did you forget that? Oh, you did, didn't you? Right. Because someone who thinks they're God, you're supposed to do for them all the time. Don't worry about what you need. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. With my ex, obviously this individual is supposed to pay a certain amount. I don't care what the judge said. That's a narcissist mentality. I don't care what the judge said. I rule the planet. I rule everything in the earth. I rule you. I rule everybody. And ain't no judge in America or beyond gonna tell me nothing. I don't have to obey law enforcement. I don't have to obey the judge. I don't have to do nothing I don't want to damn do. And even as an independent contractor, this individual's job, they've had a lot of arguments with people on the job. You know why? Because you are supposed to kiss their butt and you're supposed to do everything for them, and how dare you not get the memo? Which in turn is going to give you, if you're a truck driver, which this person is, that's going to give you bad loads and small loads because you're running your mouth. Do they think of repercussions? No, they do not. They don't think about that because that don't have nothing to do with nothing. So what? So what? I'm not supposed to talk to you like that. So what? And I've said this in other videos too. I've had 2 surgeries in a span of several years, and I've never had that many surgeries in my life. And I know it was stress related. And my ex, who has been a horse's ass for 18 years and counting, had the nerve to not understand why you didn't tell me about your second surgery. Why? I didn't tell him about the first surgery, so why would I tell you about the second surgery? Why didn't you tell me? Why would I tell you? You're usually about you. All you care about is you. Well, I put me down and my sister's name down as an emergency contact. Now, why would I do something like that? I just told him I would. Did I? No. If a person has proven that I am not even on the priority list, much less last on the priority list, you will not be privy to anything personal about me because we are not on that page anymore. Okay? We're not on that page anymore. So why would I do that? Why? I just told him I would. Would I? No. I'll just tell you okay to shut your mouth up because I don't want to hear it. Everything I've had to do, I had to deal with by myself. Even when we were together, I still had to deal with everything by myself. So you learn how to keep your mouth shut. You learn to tell your friends more than you would ever tell your partner because y'all are not on that page. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you've been through in your life. It doesn't matter if it's traumatic. It doesn't matter if it was abusive. It doesn't matter because narcissists are going to continue the abuse. Yeah, you've had a rough life. And that has nothing to do with me, so I'm not really sure why you're telling me that. An overt narcissist will be arrogant enough to tell you, and you're telling me that why? Covert to me, a covert narcissist to me is a lot more dangerous because they're so fake and they act so normal on the job, off the job, whatever the case is. They always act normal, but it's all an act. It's all fake. None of it is real. Good morning! How are you today? And that's all fake. All of that is fake. But they're so good at normalcy and they're so good at having their normal costume on that it's hard to believe that they have a total opposite personality behind closed doors, but they do. They do. Don't you think they don't? They do. Because the person I'm telling you about who's like, good morning, oh my God, top of the morning to you. This person's so full of shit. Because when he's behind closed doors, are you for real? When he's behind closed doors, he's bitchy, he's moody, he's temperamental, he's unpredictable. He is just a horse's ass. Very, very unpredictable, petty, argumentative, especially when you're not doing his bidding. You've lived your whole life and you just now finding out that people don't always obey you. You're not real quick. Not quick on a draw, are you? You're not going to always get your way. Surprise, you're not always going to get your way. The only way you can deal with them is to not deal with them. That's going to be your best bet. If you are forced to deal with them, the limited conversations you have, the more limited, the better. One thing that they hate, which can be your weapon while they're throwing weapons at you. You never did nothing for me. I bought you a Christmas gift. I survived before I met you, so you can take the Christmas gift and shove it somewhere as far as I'm concerned. And I did tell that person, one of them, you could just take them back. I wouldn't even open the box. Take them back. If I'm going to be beat over the head because you did something for me, I could do that for myself. And I'm not going to be penalized for it when I do it for myself. So take the gift and shove it somewhere. One of the things that they hate is boundaries. They need boundaries. You have to treat them like they're children. You have to take away their privileges. You have to put up strong boundaries, unbreakable boundaries. They don't give a damn about you, what you've been through, the agony that you've been through. You know, you think of the worst thing that's ever happened to you. They don't care. They don't care. I'm pretty sure, I used to help deliver babies back in the day, and I'm pretty sure that I have seen spouses that were narcissists. Sitting there reading the paper, reading a magazine, or taking a nap while she's having labor pains. She's going through agony, and he's just sitting there like, expression on his face. Can't we hurry up and get this over with? I'm going to go home and watch the football game. Are all men narcissists? Of course not. Women can be narcissistic too. Narcissism is not gender specific. Anyone can be a narcissist. So I don't want y'all thinking, she keeps saying him. A lot of narcissists happen to be men. But as I said, I've been on the receiving end of female narcissists. And came to the realization that if men didn't want to have sex so bad, they wouldn't deal with women either. I can't tell you how many times I said I don't know why men deal with women, because they are just impossible, unpredictable, moody as hell. It's hard for me to trust people, period. Because you just never know when someone's going to flip to another side, and you don't know what caused that. Yeah, our world has just drastically changed a lot, and it's just not changes for the good. But anyway, they don't care. Even a person who's not the most empathic person in the world, they can be impacted by something that you tell them, something they hear in the news. They can be impacted by that. A narcissist cannot be impacted by that because they're not wired that way. They're not programmed that way. Their brain is abnormal. Their thought process is abnormal. So please don't do anything stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't like when it does that. Wait a second. I'm hoping it behaves now. If there's any blurriness in this video, please forgive it. I don't know why my phone does that. It's not that old of a phone. I don't know why it does that. So I apologize. Just bear with it. I don't know why. It's weird. But anyway, narcissists are horrible people. They really, really are. Don't let that fake nice fool you. If you are, I don't know what that is on my screen. Anyway, If you are a guy and you're dealing with a female narcissist, you suspect that she's a female narcissist, and your guy friends are saying, "Yo, man, I wouldn't marry her if I were you." You need to you need to walk away from that as soon as possible. She's not right. We're telling you, she's not right. As a guy, listen to what your friends are saying, because they can see things that you can't see. There's a saying called, "The neighbors are blind." No, I'm sorry. Love is blind, but the neighbors can see. And that refers to anybody who's not in that relationship with you. They can see really clearly things that you can't see because you're blinded by emotion. There was a guy, and I'm not going to use his name. There was a guy who was brutally, viciously, and violently murdered by his girlfriend. And because he was going to leave her and ask someone else to marry him. She was bad. She was just queen manipulator. And when she found out that he was going to be with someone else, she killed him. Now, is narcissism the only thing wrong with her? Probably not. I'm not a psychologist, clinical psychologist, or anything like that, but you don't go around killing people because you don't like what they did. So obviously there's something wrong upstairs. Whether it's sociopathy, whether it's psychopathy, who knows. But she's off. And his friends had warned him, no, you need to get away from her. And did he? No. So he ended up getting murdered. So in some cases, when you're dealing with someone who has severe issues, you could lose your life. Is it worth it? Probably not. They have a IDAF, I don't give up mentality. That is never going to change. Regardless of how nice they are in public, regardless of how nice they are more often than not, it doesn't matter. That toxicity is still there. And it's never going to stop. Because their brain is just not normal. Their mentality isn't normal. So you need boundaries. You need to get away from these people, and you need boundaries. And I'm talking unbreakable boundaries. Don't let them say, "You're such a loser, you're so insensitive, I think you're narcissistic, I think you're bipolar, I think you're a combination of the two, I can't believe you did." Let them flip out. Let it go in one ear, out the other. Like I always tell y'all, let it go in one ear and out the other, because when you defend yourself, you are going to face hell. You're going to pay for looking out for your feelings and for being an adult, making your own decisions. You're going to pay for that. Brace yourself for the worst and keep trucking on, because your responsibility is to yourself. Your responsibility is to your own sanity. Your responsibility is to make sure that you don't end up in a psych ward. There's a lot of criminals that should have been in a psych ward, but psych wards don't want to take them in. They would rather turn them over to society. We'll wait until you kill somebody. But narcissists, they will drive you to the point where you end up in a psych ward. They will push you to that point. And they won't care that you're in a padded cell. They won't care. If you were in a horrible accident and you lost your life, they don't care. Because chances are they have someone to fall back on anyway. Someone who could comfort them. Some lover, some ex, whoever, or whatever. They always have a stash of supply. And supply is what they can get from you. Money, a house to live, sex, a baby. Whatever it is that they're using you for, that's called supply. When they are bored with you, they will go looking for new supply. And they won't have to look far because they always have stash. It seems like they always have somebody waiting in the wings. So, I know of a relative who, that person's spouse, parent died. And while that person was out of town going to the funeral, their spouse decided to have sex with other people. Because your parent's death, I don't care about that. It doesn't matter if you have cancer, your parent died, your child died. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to a narcissist. That's how sick they are. Anything that would make your normal person, your average person go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what can I do for you? The narcissist is going, okay, so? You can't buy groceries because of me? So? You're going to be put out because I won't give you what I'm supposed to give you per month? So? You could lose your job behind me because I won't help you with transportation while your car's in the shop? So? You just got diagnosed with an illness. You're going to live maybe 3 months. So? So? Quit your whining. Go in there and get me something to eat. You might be dying of cancer, but anyway, more important things. I want you to go in there and get me a meal. I'm hungry. That takes precedence over your diagnosis, don't you think? And they are really convinced that what they need and what they want is a hell of a lot more important than what you need. They're sick. They're very, very, very sick. And it doesn't matter how much logic you talk into them. You're being rude. You're being an ass. I don't appreciate your mouth or your attitude. What did I tell you the pattern was? What did I tell you their mentality is? So what? I don't give up. And I'm sick of you talking to me about it. You got 3 months to live? Well, you got a lot to do before you die, huh? You better figure out your paperwork, get your insurance in order, make sure you're gonna make a will. You got a lot to do. But in the meantime, I'm hungry, so I could use a sandwich. They're horrible. They are toxic, dysfunctional, twisted human beings, and there's no amount of logic that you hit them with that's going to give them a wake-up call, because they're never going to get a wake-up call because their brain is incapable of that. Incapable. But the sugary sweetness that they can do to win you over, oh baby, they'll kill you with kindness. That's not who they really are. When you see that nasty personality and that bitchiness and the pettiness and the childishness and the stubbornness come out full blast, that's who they really are. So don't let that public persona fool you. That political, good day, good morning, top of the morning to everyone. Let's go have tea and crumpets. Campaign for me. Oh yeah, politicians, political personality. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Put your needs first. Because if you don't take care of you, who's gonna do it? It's kind of like being on an airplane. Especially for those of you who have kids, your needs have to come first. You know why? I'll tell you why. If you're on a plane and you got kids with you and the plane's about to go down, you better put some oxygen on yourself first and then your children, because if you go, who's going to take care of them? That's the same with if you're in a relationship with a narcissist or otherwise toxic person. You have to take care of you first. Even whether you have kids or you don't have kids, you have to take care of you first, because that other person doesn't give a damn. And that's never going to change. Okay? I love you. Take care. I hope there's no blurriness on this video. I hope you guys take care. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.